Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is a channel dedicated to sports and the world of gambling. With the college football season upon us, we're going to give you our top 5 college football picks for week 1. However, in the future, we're going to bring you NFL picks, more college football picks, and also different gambling strategies that we have developed, such as crap strategies, etc. For right now, though, with the college football season upon us, we're going to look at college football picks for week number 1.
So to start off, we wanted to let you know where we get our lines from. So we go to a website called VegasInsider.com and get our lines from the MGM Grand. Considering MGM Grand is one of the bigger sports books in Vegas, we use them as a good resource and just kind of a general line to use for every game. As far as a unit system goes, it's very important to understand what we're talking about when we refer to units. A unit should be something that you're comfortable with on betting per game. For the sake of what we do, we're going to use one unit being $100. But please feel free to use whatever you're comfortable with. A unit could be $10, a unit could be $20, whatever you think makes the most sense for you.
Another thing that we want to make clear is that we are not professionals. We do not do this for a living. There are no fancy algorithms. We use simple statistics and sound advice. We follow college football. We follow the NFL. We watch a lot of games. We really understand the sport. However, again, we are not professional gamblers.
Our first matchup that we want to talk about is Michigan at Utah. This is actually going to be our biggest play of the week. Utah comes in as a 4.5-point favorite, playing at home. And a couple statistics that we'd like to point out: Utah is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games against the Big Ten. They beat Michigan last year 26-10, and they're 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 games overall.
Another note, like you see here, Michigan is 0-8 against the spread in their last 8 versus the Pac-12. In general, especially last year, the Pac-12 was actually the second most powerful conference of the Big Five. The Big Ten was the weakest conference. Michigan, yeah, they got Jim Harbaugh this year, but they're traveling at Utah. There's going to be a lot of hype with Jim Harbaugh, but Michigan really does not bring a lot of talent back from last season. That's why we recommend a 1.6 unit play on Utah minus 4.5. This game is Thursday, September 3rd, one of the first games of the college football season.
TCU at Minnesota. We're going to take TCU minus 14.5 points on the road, headed up to Minneapolis. There's going to be warmer weather. They're not going to have to deal with that cold that you typically see up in Minneapolis. And with the Horned Frogs' high-powered offense, we think this is a pretty easy cover for the Frogs. A few stats to note: they're 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 games as a favorite. They're 13-3 against the spread in their last 16 games overall. And they've got 9 returning starters on offense, including Trayvon Boykin.
Finally, we're recommending a 0.6 unit play on the Horned Frogs. This again is on a Thursday night. Again, one of the first games of the college football season. TCU brings a lot of expectations into this season. Strong conference, great head coach, really does well with the talent that he's given. We really recommend the TCU Horned Frogs. Our next play is another Big 12 team from the state of Texas, the Texas Longhorns. They're getting 9.5 points at Notre Dame. This game is on Saturday at 7:30. It's a primetime game on NBC. Texas is actually 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games. So this is a trip up to South Bend for Texas. Charlie Strong, we're looking to develop talent down there in Austin. Notre Dame is actually 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games as a home favorite. Traditionally not a great covering team at home, especially under Brian Kelly. That being said, we're only recommending a 0.2 unit play on this game. Don't feel too strongly about it, but we still feel like it's worth your time to put a 0.2 unit play on Texas plus 9.5.
Our fourth pick is Stanford going to Northwestern. Like Aaron said earlier, the Pac-12 is one of the stronger conferences out of the Big Five, and the Big Ten is more weak. And Northwestern, being probably one of the worst teams out of the Big Ten. So with that in mind, we like Stanford covering the 12 points. They're 24-9-1 against the spread in their last 34 games as a greater than 10.5 favorite, and they're 16-7 against the spread in their last 23 games during the month of September. Northwestern, however, they're 2-11 against the spread in their last 13 home games, and they're 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 versus the Pac-12. With this in mind, this is actually our second favorite play. We're going to put 0.8 units on this play and hopeful that Stanford takes care of business and covers the 12 points for us.
Another thing to note here in general, again with Stanford, we're taking the stronger quarterback and also the stronger head coach and obviously the better conference. That's kind of an underlying theme so far here. You get the Pac-12, you get a better quarterback and a better head coach. 12 points, 2 touchdowns, should be an easy cover for Stanford. Our last pick, Big Ten team, Michigan State is 18-point favorite at Western Michigan. This game is on Friday. Kind of a unique game for the Spartans. They're actually traveling to Western Michigan in their home state. Shouldn't be too hostile of an environment right down the road there for the Spartans. They're 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games as a favorite of 10.5 points or greater. They actually opened as a 23.5-point favorite at the MGM Grand. That line obviously has gone down about 5.5 points. We really think the public money is pushing this line down, despite returning Connor Cook. Connor Cook, again, a strong quarterback from a good conference, really expected to bring a lot to the Spartans offensively this year. We look for them to put up a lot of points in this game, a lot of passing yards. Again, minus 18 at Western Michigan.
Western Michigan, since they're not a power conference school, we really like this matchup. They're 1-4-1 in their last 6 games as a home underdog with 10.5 points or more, and they're 4-15-3 all time against the spread in 22 games as a home underdog. With that in mind, we're taking 0.6 units on this play, and we're going to look for Connor Cook to have a big day and get us paid.
So in conclusion, we really just wanted to give you a review. Our first week again for college football. So we have 5 games that we've called out for you. We have Utah, minus 4.5, 1.6 units. Again, that's our strongest play of the weekend. Next pick was TCU, minus 14.5 at 0.6 units. Texas, another Big 12 team, plus 9.5 at 0.2 units. Stanford and Michigan State round out our 5 picks. So that gives us a total of 3.8 units. Like Jordan mentioned earlier, a unit is really whatever you feel most comfortable betting. $10, $20, $100, whatever's most comfortable for you. Use the unit system to really weigh out, your stronger plays. That's what we've done, what we've showed you today.
We hope you've enjoyed this first week of our college football picks. You can look for new videos every week that will include not only college but NFL picks going forward. Feel free to leave any comments in the comment section, and we look forward to making money with you guys.